I've lost 50 pounds on a high-carb diet without counting calories, without restricting calories, without dieting, without crazy exercise. And for the past 3 years, I managed to keep it off. It's for the first time in my life when I have lasting weight loss results. So you might wonder, what are those high-carb foods I was indulging in? French fries, donuts, pizza, bread, pasta? What? I will let you know in a moment, and we will have also in chronometer the foods with the nutrition, macros and micronutrients, to see also where my proteins are coming from and also my fatty acids if you are wondering that these high carb foods are lacking fats and protein. I am Janina Vlad, the founder of leanoncarbs.com. I am here to help you adopt sustainably this high carb, low fat, plant-based vegan diet to replicate my results, to increase your energy, your vitality, the overall quality of your life, to reverse your chronic conditions, to add years to your life, and to lean down, to get lean, fit, trim, and to maintain a low BMI for the rest of your life. Healthy BMI in a healthy body. If that's what you want, please like this video, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and binge and watch after this video on all my other videos because I have a lot of valuable content for you to help you get on board. Now to the video. What are those high carb foods I ate and I still eat to lose weight and to manage my body weight? You might need a pen and a paper because you have to jot down these 5 food groups, to read them again, to listen this video again until you get it, because it's crucial. There are a few concepts in this video that will shed light over these carb foods. You will understand once and for all that these are our best friends, not only to lose down but also to nurture our body, because are the highest in nutrition per calorie. Please look it up. Look it up. Highest in nutrition per calorie foods on earth. Which are those food groups? Yes, fruits, vegetables, starchy vegetables, whole grains, and whole legumes. All these 5 food groups have something in common. Yes, they have a high content of fiber. Fiber is 0 calories. And they also have water. Fiber and water dilute the overall calories of those foods. And not only that, these foods, by having a high content of carbohydrates, means they have a lower content of fat. And the fat is the most dense in calories per gram macronutrient, having 9 calories per every gram. I already filmed 2 more videos about these concepts. I will put them over here and also in the description box for you to watch next, to understand better. That makes these food groups having the lowest content of calories while bringing the highest content of nutrition. Nutrition means minerals, vitamins, antioxidants, flavonoids, phytosterols, and also the macros: protein, fatty acids, and carbohydrates. Proteins and fatty acids in a lowest percentage than carbohydrates, of course, but doesn't mean they are 0%. No, they are enough, and in a moment you will see in chronometer how much fatty acids I have and I had while losing weight on this high carb diet, because I was having over 20 grams of fats, so a lot of fats for all our body functions. Now, going back to this density of calories in foods. The problem of obesity in our world is having foods that are a high fat content and a low fiber and water content, which makes them very dense in calories per pound, per weight, per gram, per bite. That means people will eat more calories with smaller portions. I am the opposite. I'm here to promote bigger portions with fewer calories. So, on this diet that is high in carbs, these natural carbs, whole carbs, this diet brings fewer calories by removing all this excess of calories that is coming with those high fat and low fiber, low water foods that are animal products and refined plants. floury foods, sugary foods, oily foods, those are very dense in calories per gram. But by having the fiber removed and the water as well. Why is that important to have big volumes? Because now comes the second rule, which is satiety. The first one was the density of calories in foods. The second one is the law or the principle, the golden rule of satiety. Every animal in the world, because it doesn't have kitchen scale to measure the food, knows instinctually how much to eat by following hunger and satiety. So every animal in the world, and we are an animal, it doesn't matter we live in an artificial environment, we are still natural beings. We were designed by the same rules and with the same mechanisms inbuilt in our digestive tract, digestive system. So, in order for an animal to know how to stop when enough calories are in the stomach, yes, there are nerves in the stomach lining. There are receptors for volume. So when that lining is stretching because you put in there a lot of volume, now the second type of receptors, which are the one that count the nutrition, they are called, yes, nutrition receptors. They are counting the macros to see how much calories is in that food, is in that big stomach of food. So if you fail to stretch the stomach lining, the nutrition receptors won't be able to count effectively all the calories you are having. Maybe you have a greasy meal and a lot of calories, over 1,000 calories. A hamburger with French fries and ice cream after. So you are having a lot of calories, but as a portion, you don't have, 400 grams of food. So you don't have enough volume in your stomach. You don't have fiber, you don't have water. All these foods are dry and very high in fat. So your stomach doesn't send the signal to the brain, stop eating because we actually have enough calories. No, doesn't count effectively those calories. And you are still hungry. You are still hungry. And the reason you are not yet overly obese is because you stop. You use your willpower to stop. You drink a coffee. You do something to suppress your appetite for more food because you know that eating that food to reach satiety as much as you care for means to get obese. But if you eat these foods I'm promoting over here, which are the only one foods you can eat in abundance to fill up the tank, that means 2 to 3 pounds of food per meal without having a surplus of calories, are these: fruits, vegetables, starchy vegetables, whole grains, and legumes. You can eat as much as you care for from these, and you won't have an excess of calories because you have the help of fiber and water, which creates that bulk in your stomach. Will stretch the stomach lining, and all the other receptors will count effectively the calories. So you have all the nerves are touched, and the signal to the brain is sent. Now we are full. I'm done. I finished my meal and I don't crave later, because what happens next with this satiety in the stomach? Yes, more satiety while this huge bulk of food, which is mainly water and fiber, will transit to the exit. So by going in the intestines, we'll still have this bulk. So we'll stretch the lining of the intestines and will touch all these receptors, all these nerves, still sending the signal, over here it's enough food, don't eat. When we eat processed foods without fiber and water, we don't have this bulk that will send this signal. And that's why we crave more food, we crave snacks, we eat in between meals, because we get the signal, there is no food over here, please give me food. I was eating a lot of fruits and vegetables, potatoes, white potatoes, purple potatoes, sweet potatoes, yuca, ñame, lentils, beans, rice, oats. And I didn't have a surplus of calories because I lost weight without eating less and moving more, without pursuing a calorie deficit, without restricting calories, without restricting portions. So in this way, I've lost weight. Because before that, I was having a surplus of calories from bread and pasta and some oil sneaked in there, avocados, nuts and seeds, olives, sugar, smoothies, oranges. Oh my God, I have so many videos already created on these topics. You check those out. I will link everything in the description box below. And also, like I said, watch all of my content. And you can do it as well. It's not a rocket science and I'm nothing special over here. If you are coming from a high carb or not high carb, high fat, junk vegan diet, or from a standard way of eating with a lot of animal products and a lot of processed plants, and if you are not restricting calories in this moment in life, and for the past months and years you didn't restrict, you are good to start losing weight from tomorrow. Yeah, because if you are restricting right now, will be rebound. Whatever you eat after restricting calories, whatever you eat in a higher intake, of course, you will gain weight. I gained weight after my dieting fast. You watch those videos. Two more concepts to keep in mind. By having fiber intact in those whole high carb foods, some of the calories will be forever trapped in those fibers. So they will be pooped in the toilet. You won't absorb those calories, 5 to 20% calories, which is great, which is nice to have, especially if you are coming with this mindset of, I want to eat less. If you want to eat less, eat more of these high carb, high fiber foods, and you will have those calories discounted. It works like that. I didn't create this situation, and it's great to work like that. I find it nice because when you eat a smoothie, for example, those fibers are milled in million pieces, and you will absorb more calories from those bananas in the smoothie than from whole bananas. Not to mention that you can drink more calories when you drink your food than when you chew your food. You will have that extra calories from being able to ingest more. You will have extra calories for being able to absorb more. And not only that, that won't keep you satisfied in the same manner like a whole fiber intact, like I said, traveling the intestines. So you will win from different angles. And that means you will stay full for longer and you won't crave in between meals, which is the second concept I wanted to touch on. Not having that surplus of calories that usually comes with a snack. I almost never seen persons snacking on bananas and apples. The majority of people in our world are snacking on obesogenic foods, high in fat, low in fiber, low in nutrition. Those that are processed plants covered in animal products or processed animal products. It doesn't matter. High fat, low nutrition, and low fiber. So I hope that makes more sense right now for you. Why I've lost weight and I'm not a specimen, an unicorn, something that happened only to me because I'm so unique. No, it can happen to you. Don't you see? You didn't apply ever in your life these concepts. How can you know that is not working for you? Please take a month of your daily diet and apply these concepts. Eating to reach satiety, so at least 2,500 calories. If you are overweight, at least 3,000 calories a day. From these 5 food groups, you already jot them down, focusing on whole, high carb, low fat foods, and see what happened. Because there is no people in the world that is like me and is obese. Obesity has different cause than having a high carb, low fat diet. Those high carb foods that are making people obese are processed. They have nothing to do with these foods over here that have for example, in one banana there are thousands of molecules, phytomolecules, good nutrition for us. And people compare banana with table sugar, which is one molecule. So having these foods on your side is having nutrition on your side. Right now, let's pop in chronometer and to see an example of what I was eating back then. And I am enjoying right now, but in a smaller number of calories, and with fewer calories. Like I said, right now I eat around 2,500 calories a day. And to see what's the nutrition in those foods. A normal way of eating for me started back then when I was overweight and in the process of losing weight, and it still is today when I am maintaining my diet, I'm maintaining my lifestyle and maintaining those weight loss results. Start with bananas or other sweet fruits. So I was having bananas. Second meal was apples. A third meal, because I was having the majority of days 4 meals. Third meal was oats with soy milk with a banana on top, and sometimes flax seeds, sometimes without flax seeds. And the fourth meal of the day, which was dinner, was, yes, sweet potatoes with veggies aside or with salad, a raw salad aside. In this case, kale, raw kale, and steamed broccoli. In total, 3,000 calories, over 3,000 calories. And the majority coming, like you see over here, from carbohydrates. 85% of those calories coming from carbs. 7% are coming from fats. So still we have fats, of course. We have fatty acids, and I will show them in a moment. And also protein, 8% from protein. And we don't even have legumes. Yes, there are proteins in all these foods. You don't have to rely on beans, lentils, and chickpeas, nor soy, tofu, and other soy products in order to have protein. I filmed already 3 videos about protein. Check those out when you have a moment. Now, the nutrition in all these foods, because people wrongly believe that the high carb foods are basically no nutrition, zero nutrition. Oh my God, it's farther from the truth. It's totally the opposite. These foods have the most nutrition per calorie. Look over here. A lot of vitamins. Of course, B12 is not made by plants, it's not made by animals. It's made by bacteria, and I supplement with methylcobalamin almost daily. And vitamin D as well is not made by plants. It's made by animals in the contact with sun rays. So yes, I take my vitamin D by staying in the sun. Okay, and I wanted to show you the level of my fiber, because this is your best friend when you want to lose weight and get healthy. Of course, not from the beginning. You are coming directly after a high processed and high animal products diet. You start slowly, and I already filmed a video about the transition foods. Actually, all these foods, with the exception of apples, are great for transitioning because the fibers in bananas, oats, sweet potatoes, broccoli, not so, and kale, yes, those can be tricky. Broccoli, have them frozen and then cooked, because those crystals will break down the walls of the cellulose, will be easier to digest. So a lot of fiber is your best friend, and a lot of water. Look, 3 kilograms of water, and our society is dehydrated, deficient in water, and they don't like to drink water. Over here you have natural presented water, and you see over here vitamin A. So it's 13 times more the daily dose, because it's 1,300% of it. So in the case you convert so little as people fear, you still have enough. And it's the same the case with vitamin K. Look, 1,400% of the daily dose. And vitamin E, because it's a lipo-soluble vitamin, people fear that on a high carb plant-based vegan diet, they will lack vitamin E because you don't eat so much nuts and seeds. Actually, you eat a few of them. Look, in broccoli, sweet potatoes, and apple and kale, banana, even in oats, you have vitamin E. So it's not an issue. It's It's only a fear that people love to spread. Over here we have minerals. Minerals are coming from soil. Plants are taking those minerals from the rocks and from the soil, and we are eating the plants and having the minerals. We don't have to eat animal products for these minerals. As you can see, animals are taking those minerals as well from plants, are not creating themselves any mineral in their body. And iron as well, magnesium, and our society is deficient in magnesium. Potassium is not a problem of overdosing on bananas. And over here you see that potassium, the majority is coming from sweet potatoes. Yes, if you have kidney problems, you will have a diet. You will have a specific regimen, and your doctor will advise you better. But the majority of us, we don't have this problem with having too much potassium. Selenium, look, yes, in oats and banana and broccoli, you have this mineral that people are afraid not having it for the health of our skin, our hair. And zinc as well is in these foods I was eating all the time. And people, when hear that you eat 3,000 calories from high carb foods, they imagine you lack nutrition. And over here, you have a lot of nutrition. Let's go now to the fatty acids. In a case that I didn't eat any nuts and seeds, avocados and olives, nor oil, of course, and I still have 25 grams of fat, it's enough. We don't need that much. Over here you see omega-3. So omega-3 is present in all the plants, in all the parts of the plants, not only in some nuts and seeds, not only in seaweeds, and for God's sake, not in the fish, because fish is not creating omega-3. Come on, guys. Fish is taking that omega-3 from the seaweed. So we have enough omega-3s. We actually don't need much. Over here we have almost 3 times omega-6 than omega-3. It's still a good ratio. The best ratio is 1:1, to have 2 grams of omega-3, 2 grams of omega-6. And if you want more omega-6, yes, eat some walnuts. And I have 5 grams of saturated fats, so yes, I have as well saturated fats. No troubles. And again, we don't have nuts and seeds, avocados and olives. We have only fruits, vegetables, broccoli and kale are vegetables, and sweet potatoes, starchy vegetables. We have grains. Having those fatty acids and those saturated fats only from these foods, now you know more about nutrition. And you believed until now that these high carb foods are lacking fatty acids? Yes, you now know better. And lastly, protein. Where are our proteins on this lifestyle? In everything. Can't you see? Everything is checked, all the essential amino acids. And overall, I had, right now, not very often, I eat 3,000 calories, although I have still, in some rare cases, I eat 3,000 calories. So at over 75 grams of proteins. Oats, sweet potatoes, soy milk, banana. Yes, and those bananas, 1 kilo, so 2 pounds of banana flesh, there are 11 grams of protein, and broccoli and kale and apples. All the essential amino acids. And look over here. It's not only 100% of the daily dose. In many cases, it's 3 times the dose. Look, 300% histidine. I highly recommend you to use this app to start measuring your food, tracking your calories, your nutrition. You will be so confident in this lifestyle. You will understand that you will nurture your body. People wrongly believe that this is a unhealthy way of eating, that this is an obsessive way of eating. So it's highly ironic in this society that it's so damaging food, that it's such an unhealthy diet. They have so many deficiencies and so many illnesses caused by excess of the wrong nutrition, like cholesterol. Look, on plants there is no exogenous cholesterol. We produce our own cholesterol. So people are eating too much saturated fats, too much trans fats, too much omega-6.
and too much animal protein, too much protein overall. They indulge in a lot of isolated proteins. And they say about this kind of diets, this whole high carb, low fat, plant-based vegan diets that are or an orthorexic mindset, when I promote over here eating in abundance, I promote to people to never restrict portions, to never cut calories. This is a very optimistic message. It's a very helpful message. It is the totally opposite of orthorexia. But people want to attack the things that they don't understand. With better understanding comes power. The more you know, the less you fear. That's why start now tracking what you eat, especially if you are not eating like me, to see what's your lipid profile, to see your macros, your micronutrients. And I would love to hear your story and to check those numbers. So please share those numbers with us. Okay, lastly, before we go, now let's say I don't eat that much. Of course, I am slimmer. I don't have that many pounds of body weight to feed. Let's put only 1 pound of apples. Oats, of course, no. 80 grams, 90 grams I eat normally when I eat. And not that much soy milk. I don't like it too liquid in my bowl. Actually, I don't eat that few calories most of my days. So, well, yeah, maybe I will have more sweet potatoes, like 2 pounds. Let's put like that. Okay, let's see the profile. We still have over 60 grams of proteins. We still have omega-3, enough omega-6, enough saturated fats, and monounsaturated fats. We still have all this checked. Not the selenium, it's almost all full, but let's do a miracle by adding only a small Brazil nut, 3-gram Brazil nut. So only 19 calories of a nut. What does the selenium level? Can't you see? Added. You see it? 100% of the daily dose of selenium is in those 3 grams of Brazil nut. That was all for this video. Stay tuned for more videos like this. And again, I will beg for a like because I deserve it. And please go to check those videos I mentioned before. You will know more and you will be more prepared to finally, yes, get lean and healthy. Until the next time, please watch this next video.